We're halfway through the auditions of Britain's Got Talent 2023, and although there was no episode tonight because of the Eurovision stuff, Eurovision other stuff going on ITV, which is moved to tomorrow at 7:40 p.m., which I revealed on the community tab if no one knew. I decided to go and write down all my predictions and my early picks to make it all the way to the grand final on of Britain's Got Talent 2023 and who I think will be the top three and my early winner prediction. So before we get into that, make sure you do consider subscribing to this channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss a single video, as all my videos are delivered in a lovely family matter, and that's all I can ask. So let's get started. So we're gonna get started. As I said, Britain's Got Talent wasn't on tonight because of the Euros, but it'll be on tomorrow night on ITV at 7:40. So if anyone's wondering, that's why. So it'll be on at 7:40 p.m. tomorrow night. So anyways, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do my predictions, which I have written down in my notebook. Of course, you can't see, but hey I've written that down in a piece of paper. Let me turn on my light so I can see my lamp. Turn my lamp on just so I can see this. But so I've got my top three in my notebook and my finalists. But first, I'm going to reveal my finalists in no particular order. So this is in no particular order, plus the wild card if there is. There's a brackets over here. So I've got my wild card down here, so we know. Let me turn some of the sound up. Don't know why I like to turn the sound on. Don't know why. But anyways, let's get started. So in no particular order, my predictions for the final are, if I can get it. So my predictions for the final of Britain's Got Talent 2023 are the Parkour Collective, Enzo Wayne, Tina Connolly, Chicken Shed, Travis George, United to Dance, MB14, Andrew Stanton, Olivia Lind, and Thomas Fu. And for the wild card, I've chosen Andrea Burton. So, by the way, I did choose Amy Lou as my original wild card, but I actually got rid of it. So I put a question mark next to it in my notebook. So this is just my prediction for the final as of right now. This is like my lineup for I would love to see. But anyways, now what we'll do now is we will do the semi-final. So what I mean by that is the top three of each semi-final, two advance to the final, one by the public, and the other by the judges' choice. So, alright, so let's get started. So my prediction for semi-final one, the top three of semi-final one will be Amy Lou, the Parkour Collective, and United to Dance. And I predict that the winner of semi-final number one will be the Parkour Collective, making them the first finalists of BGT 2023. Oh, what happened there? Oh, sorry, I don't know how that happened. I wasn't aware that happened. I forgot to put not just put as get rid of the animations, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, we'll keep on trucking. So then I think the judge's choice for the final spot, the final spot in the final, the second spot in the final will be between Mary Lou and United to Dance. And I think the judge's choice winner will go to United to Dance with 3 votes to 1. So I think Bruno will vote for United to Dance. Alicia will probably will vote for them. I predict that Amanda will vote for Amy Lou, and then I think Simon will vote for United to Dance. So then for semi-final number one, the first two places in the final my prediction will go to the Parkour Collective and United to Dance. Now we go to semi-final number two, and excuse me, I don't know. Hang on. Excuse me, I don't know how. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry. So now we're going to semi final number 2 again. The same, the top two, so the top three. So my prediction for the top three would my prediction who I think would be the top three in semi final 2. But again, this is just a random guess. All right. So my prediction is that the top three for semi final 2. My guess is Enzo Wayne, the Forbidden, and Andrew Stanton. And then I predict the winner of semi final number 2 will go to Enzo Wayne, gaining a spot in the final. Then it will go. I predict it will come down to the Forbidden and Andrew Stanton. Now before I reveal my prediction, I loved both of these acts in the audition. I loved the Forbidden where it had the acrobatics and the hoops, and then they were like, then have the six packs, and then they got stripped the shirts off. I loved the whole act. Now, and compared now with Andrew Stanton, the act was, in my opinion, phenomenal. I loved the act and I love danger acts, and I think it would be phenomenal to have a danger act in the final because I don't think we've had a danger act in the final for quite a while. I don't think. But anyways, my prediction for the judge's choice winner will be Andrew with 2-2. So as for 2-2, so I think it'll be. Actually, no, I actually think it'll be all of them. So I think Bruno, Alicia, and Amanda will vote for. No, I think Bruno will vote for the Forbidden. Then Amanda, Alicia, and Simon will vote for Andrew, gaining him the next spot in the final along with Enzo. Now we move on to semi-final number 3, and this was actually I had to kind of write some of this down because I always have to make notes before I make these kind of videos, doing commentaries and predictions. But anyways, so I think the top 3 of semi-final number 3 will be Chicken Shed, Travis George, and The Big Sing. And I predict the winner of semi-final number 3 will go to Travis George, gaining the next spot in the final. Then I think it will come down between Chicken Shed and The Big Sing. I think it'll be a split decision between. I think Alicia will go for Chicken Shed, Simon will go for Chicken Shed, and Amanda and Bruno will go for The Big Sing. And then I think that so when it's a tied vote, they'll go back to the public vote, and then they'll announce who came second in the public vote, and then that's the person who'll go to the final if it is, which has happened before. So I think if that's the case, I think the winner of the runner up in the public vote, and the act that will join Travis in the final is Chicken Shed, which is against The Big Sing. The Big Sing was great. I remember the audition. I love the fact they had the audience in as what part of the act, but I feel like it was good telly, but I don't quite get it, to be honest with you. But I mean, But anyways, I think Chicken Shed will make the final along with Travis. Now we move on to semi-final number 4, and I predict now this was actually really tough to choose. So, my top 3 is Olivia Lynn, Andrea Burton, and Tia Connolly. Now, before I reveal, this was seriously tough to choose who I think would make the final, because I think this would be a strong top 3 for a final. Not final, a semi-final. I think it could definitely go overweight, in my opinion, if this was actually the one. But in the end, I chose my prediction. I chose for the semi-final 4. The winner of that goes to Tia Connolly, gaining a spot in the final. Then now it comes down between Olivia and Andre. I can't pronounce it. Andre. I think it's Andre, not Andrea. Andre. Okay. Olivia Lynn and Andre Burton. So, just to let you know, this was such a tough decision to make. But in the end, I had to make a decision, and that was to have Olivia win the the semi-final 4 with 3 votes. Bruno voting for Andre, and Alicia, Amanda, and Simon voting for Olivia to make the final. So yes, so that's my. By the way, if Tia doesn't go to the final and it's a different one, and I mean Olivia would be a lock, and I think Andre would join. So if Tina doesn't go to the final, these two should definitely be in the final for me. I would love to see both of these acts in the final. Now we go to semi final number 5, the fifth and final semi final. So my prediction for the top three, semi final number 5, again just a guess, is MB14, Thomas Vu, and Marcus Birdman. And out of the three, I mean, I think it's quite obvious to be honest. MB14, in my opinion, wins semi final number 5 and gets a spot in the final. Now, also, I've been seeing a lot of people think he could maybe win, and to be honest with you, that's a big possibility. As I think I would love to see him win it this year. I think it would be brilliant if he did. So anything could happen. I guess anything could happen. I would love to see another Foraging Act win this year. Along with, I think Enzo is one of my picks to win. I think, but we'll get to that when we get to the time after this one. I could definitely see MB14 winning. So now we go to the public. I think it will be a full house. I think all four judges. Actually, I think all four judges will vote for Thomas to go through to the final, and then for Marcus. Now, people may say, "Oh, well, we would love to see. We want to see comedy in the final." Yeah, I get that. I would love to see a comedian in the final. I think it would be brilliant if it did. But the thing is, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I could maybe see him in the final, Marcus, but for now, I'm leaning towards Thomas, as I don't think we've seen again, along with Andrew. I don't think we've had a danger act in the final for so long. I think it'd be wonderful if we can have at least two danger acts in the final. I mean, you could count maybe, I don't know, and you could count Andre as it's kind of dangerous, but like with the MB with the bike. But I don't know. I don't know if you can count that. But anyways, now we move on to the final. So I'm going to get my top 3 for the series. So out of the finalists, my projection for the top 3 is Enzo Wayne, Travis George, and United to Dance. Then I think the third place winner will go to United to Dance and be this year's third place winners, leaving Enzo and Travis in the top 2. Now we go down to the top 2. Who will get the Royal Variety who will win the £250,000 and the spot at the Royal Variety Performance this year? Now I'll be honest with you, it was kind of tough choosing because I think Travis is reminds me of mix of Susan Boyle and Tom Ball from last year, and Enzo also is such a natural performer, and the act in his audition was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I thought it's one of the best acts so far this year. But in the end, I chose my winner prediction to go to Enzo, as I think we haven't had a magician win in since for how long now? 6 years now? 5 years, 5 6 years or something. So it'd be brilliant to see him win. I would love to see him win. Honestly, I think that'd be my favorite winner, as I love magic as well as singing. But I don't think it'd be bad if a singer won. But there's shows for singers. Got X Factor. We've got American Idol, The Voice. Masked Singer. I mean, it's technically Masked Singer is a guessing show, but yeah, you know my drift. But who else shows there's some other no, I can't think of any other shows, but apart from that, but I would love to see Enzo win this year at Britain's Got Talent. So there you go. That is my prediction for the Britain's Got Talent finals. And do you agree with my final prediction? I would love to hear who you think could make the final and could be a potential winner this year. So like I said, I would love to see a magician win like Enzo. But but also I'd love to also see a variety act win like um MB14. That'd be great, and also I'd also love to see Andrew and Thomas win because well, maybe not Thomas, but well, maybe, but I would love to see either one win. I think that would be. I think if this was a lineup, this would be such a good lineup for the final. Honestly, it really would be. As well as, by the way, I would choose if Tia doesn't make the final, I would replace her with him, Andre for the BM bike. Like, but anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know in the comments who do you think could be this year's winner, and also your final, your picks who you think should make the final. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. And by the way, the show Britain's Got Talent returns tomorrow night, Sunday, 14th of May, which is tomorrow night at 7:40. So don't miss it. I'll put a reminder on the community tab. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.